Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359, joined yet again with...
Hello Japan.
And this time we're going to Orxon, which is apparently now in the Shadow Sector. Huh.
Yeah, Where was it before?
It's... Because we're still in the Solana Galaxy. It was, like, relatively on the outskirts of the galaxy, so I don't know.
So it just shifted solar systems.
Sure.
We're here on the beautiful Blargian homeworld of Orxon, overlooking a massive raritanium mining facility. Each week, challengers navigate their way through the facility with one goal in mind: destroy it! Dreadzone would like to thank the generous people of planet Orxon for, donating a new mining facility every week.
Hey, they gave birth to Drek. They deserve it. I am really excited for that Ratchet and Clank movie.
Oh, I know. I am crazy excited for it, and I don't think it will be bad. Personally,
Yeah.
I don't think it will turn out bad.
All right, so right here we have a new Omega mod, the morphing one, because this game actually didn't have a weapon that turned something into an animal, so they made it an Omega mod instead. You can turn it into a pig most of the time, but you could also turn it into different animals like sheep, ducks, cows, etc., etc. It's expensive, and I never use it in the entire playthrough.
Do you ever pick it up?
Yes, I will buy, by the end of this playthrough, I will have purchased every single one
Okay.
of the Omega mods. The only weapon I don't buy is the Harbinger, and the weapon I use the least is the mini turret launcher.
I'm trying to remember back a couple months ago. I think I actually, towards the end of the game, when I was running out of ammo, I was just throwing those things out like, this is all I have, just don't hurt me.
Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! Now, right here for the Orxon facility, I find that this isn't as bad as, say, Char was, but it can still be pretty difficult if you're not careful.
So this is, like you said, this is a planet from a previous game. Are all of these models and assets, they're all made for this game? It's not like they use
Yes.
anything from older games, correct?
Besides the model for Al, which I'm pretty sure is mostly from Ratchet and Clank 3, I can safely say I believe most of this game had original assets, yes.
Okay.
Because this game is a lot different from the other Ratchet and Clank games in general, in terms of that. Because Ratchet and Clank games are no stranger to reusing assets, especially in the first 3 games. I'm sure
Yeah,
that
I mean, because you can even look at, because you said Ratchet himself was probably different, right?
Yeah, Ratchet has a different mod.
Yeah, because it's very noticeable, especially when he doesn't have a suit on or whatever.
It's because he also doesn't have a tail.
That's true. Oh wow.
Yeah, he does not have a tail, so that's how you can tell. This is a full-on new model. Everything I believe is as well, because like these enemies, they never really appeared in other Ratchet and Clank games at all. But pretty much, for the most part, everything is original, bar, I think, Al's model, and 2 other models that were inside a cutscene that I don't want to spoil because it's the extra cutscene at the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
I think you might know what I'm talking about. I think those were reused from Up Your Arsenal.
It's funny though, because I played this whole game, and I've been watching these videos with you and doing the commentary. I never noticed his tail wasn't there.
Yeah, actually, they make fun of it in the beginning because when Al's putting him in the suit, he ends up saying, Ratchet's gonna say like how my tail feels like it's shoved right up my, and right as he's about to say ass, Al cuts him off and he goes, there must be a problem with the speech function here.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about that.
Yeah, so Ratchet doesn't have a tail in this one. Clank, that might be another one they might have reused. They might have reused Clank's, actually. Because, honestly, I don't see them recreating a new model for Clank for this, when the few times he's actually shown in cutscenes and in-game, they probably just use the Ratchet and Clank 3 model and put a headset on him. So it might just be a texture over for it, which a lot of games tend to use.
In Stage 2, our contestant must boost his way up to the 2nd tier and capture 6 control nodes.
I would like to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I will die at least 4 times inside this one, capturing 6 control nodes. And each time, this Landstalker comes back. And now I beat it with my mace. Fun fact about the mace as well, the after effect of the screen shaking can actually carry over to the challenge complete menu.
So you can have your screen shaking.
Yes.
After.
Yes, I have had that happen to me before. It was rather hilarious. Like, I love it when I break the game. In this playthrough in particular, I got a lot of odd glitches, I will admit.
Yeah, because a few videos ago you had the hovering shield.
I like to think that was a feature.
Feature. Yeah. It was an extra mod.
Yep. And there I died because I could not see the missiles that were being shot at me. It's times like this I wish I had the Tesla barrier. But sadly no. Sadly no. And honestly, like, that's one of the things. There's a limited number of weapons in this game, but I find that they differentiate themselves very well. But that still doesn't mean I don't miss some of the other weapons. I miss the lava gun. I miss the liquid nitrogen gun. I miss my Tesla barrier. Ironically enough, these are all weapons from Ratchet and Clank 2.
I really liked the lava gun, because that was the one that morphed into the liquid nitrogen gun, correct?
In the third game, yes. In the second game, it turned into the shitty meteor gun. That no one liked, and Insomniac realized no one liked it, so then they decided to end up implementing it differently with the liquid nitrogen gun.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool gun. I did like that one.
That thing was amazing. It was honestly one of my favorite weapons. And I have to say that I like the Scorpion Flail because you can tell how heavy it is because like Ratchet is dragging it.
Yeah, and there's sparks popping up on the ground as he's dragging it.
Yeah, I like that detail. I like things like that.
Yeah, little nice touches like that I've always enjoyed too.
Of course, I like it when a game is polished and it does those things. Not in Sonic's Boom case where they'll pay odd attention to detail, but the game is ultimately broken. There is no fixing that game. And meanwhile, I was like, okay, I ordered them to go and do that, but And you might notice one of the bots is rotating.
Weird, yeah, I saw that.
That is something their AI does. Whenever you are doing that and somebody's protecting you, and there I go again.
Wow.
The other bot, if there's no enemies around, will end up spinning around in place. I have no idea why they do that, but they will. It's just very odd. Like, why would you do that?
It's almost like it's expecting. It's almost like what you're doing is tied to his actions in that moment, in that instant. Like, it's expecting you to command it to turn the bolt, but that's really strange. Yeah, I don't...
Like, that's something that they tried to do a lot of. They really wanted your bots to do more of the bolt cranks.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I prefer doing that, but there's still, I like bolt cranks. And here, like, he was going on there, and I'm going, what are you doing? Get the crank! You have the shield! You idiot! Why am I not shielded?
One health left.
What the heck was that? That was when I was noticing, okay, we're starting to get some glitches here, because he had the shield charger, the shield link out, and he deployed it on the bot when I was doing the crank. And that's just not fair. So now, you can see what I mean by checkpointing and, oh, saves each node, but guess what? All those enemies are back. Have fun. Luckily, it's the last one, and this is just relatively a small area, so it's not a problem. It's only a problem later in the game.
Thank God for the
Okay, look, now we have him on the shield. Make up your goddamn mind. And here he is, spinning right round, baby, right round. And there we go.
The highly toxic drill fuel would leak out the back of the factory, endangering countless lives. I did.
Oh, Dallas.
Hey, but it's not a problem. They'll donate another one next week.
Of course. They are so kind, those Orxon people. I'm just going to assume they're all wearing the O2 masks.
Zone fans are getting quite a nose full of toxic vapors. Talk about allergies. Better hurry, Team Darkstar. That toxic fuel is causing quite a stink on the other side of that factory.
And by stink, we mean they're dying. All right. Now, there is one thing I will comment on that I hate about getting a shield link. In the path before you get Shield Link, you can command both of your robots to actually do the orbs, to hacking orbs. Once you have Shield Link, you don't get that option anymore. Because one of them will always try to default to Shield Link.
Oh, yeah, I never noticed that.
It's something that annoys me a bit, but I can cope with it a bit. It's not too cumbersome, I would say.
I mean, I guess it is nice because it guarantees at least one of your robots is going to survive regardless.
But
Well,
I mean,
at least until the other one gets destroyed, at least.
Yeah. And here's my Scorpion Flail. I just barely got it. It's already level 4.
Wow.
Sad thing is I don't actually upgrade this thing all the way to level 10 by the end of this playthrough. In fact, there's only a relative few weapons I do get to level 10, and one of them I make sure is the dual Raptors.
So, do you know the final level? How does this change from beginning to the end?
This one, power-up mods, it goes up by increments of 100, and then the final version of it, it has like extra spikes on it.
Does that improve damage? Or
yeah,
is it
it's all damage, and it gets a specialty mod that's put on it.
Okay.
Except for, since you didn't play with the thing for it, and you don't know too much about the Exterminator cards, do you?
No, I don't think I know anything about it.
The Exterminator cards are basically these huge requirements to get, and just to getting them is annoying. One of them, you have to fully level up all the weapons, and for that, you have to go into the challenge mode for the game. Well, this game got a little bit crazy with the levels as opposed to Ratchet and Clank 3. In challenge mode, when you buy the Omega version of the weapons, they go to level 99.
Wow.
They go to level 99. I have only 100%ed Ratchet and Clank, Ratchet Deadlocked one time in my life, and I am not going to go back to do it.
I don't blame you on that.
I love the game. It's fun for a while, but it's not something I will 100%, which is the entire reason why I am not doing it. That being said, there's another game that also came out in 2005 that I 100%ed that I also don't want to do, but a lot of people seem to request. And that's Shadow the Hedgehog.
No. I've never actually played Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, would you like to come on some of the... I'm doing nothing but post-commentary for that one. Would you like to come on for that?
I could, yeah. I would like to experience it. Now, is it notoriously bad? Not Sonic 06, but is it like...
It's
I know
stupid.
I know it's a semi-notorious game.
It's stupid.
Stupid?
It's stupid story-wise and on certain things. There are people who like it, and okay, I don't mind if you like it, but it's honestly something I despise. It's something I despise, and it was actually, for a blemish, it was the first ever game I ever pre-ordered.
Oh.
That is not something that you want to start out your pre-order life with. In fact, I still have the beanie that it came with that you would get if you pre-ordered it.
I think, I'm trying to remember back to the first game I pre-ordered. I think my very first game I ever pre-ordered was Pokemon Coliseum.
Oh,
yeah.
You have the Celebi disc, don't you?
It's somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I have it somewhere.
Oh wait, no, not the Celebi. No, you have the Jirachi
It's the
disc.
Jirachi. Yeah, it's the Jirachi disc. That's what it was. Yeah.
You have the Jirachi. Gosh, darn it. I have one of those because my friend had that, and I do have Pokemon Coliseum. Ironically enough, I was actually going to do that game originally. Back when I had finished... What was it? It was when I had to cancel my LP of Final Fantasy X International because I just wanted to wait for the HD version, and I was being a little bit slow with it. I ended up putting up for a vote. I was originally going to do Pokemon Coliseum, but I held off on it because Chugga Conroy was doing it at the same time. And I don't like doing projects at the same time as other people.
Yeah, you get into weird, awkward situations. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Not like people would like care if I did because I'm like, you know, relatively unknown.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember it was probably a year ago or so as a lot of the bigger YouTubers were started doing similar games at similar times, and people went crazy about it.
They were going into each other's fan bases and just yelling at them.
Yeah.
Quit
copying.
Yeah, saying, hey, copy it. Don't you know this one lone YouTuber is the only one on YouTube allowed to play this one game? I did not know about this.
So this mission that you're doing right now, is this another where you didn't have any guns in the beginning and then you're given random guns?
Yes.
Okay.
And when I ended up getting my Hunter mine launcher, I'm like, oh! Because you might notice I no longer have napalm on it. I have.
It's the spike balls.
Yes, it is, because it's the bouncer mod. This is the bouncer.
Okay.
This is the bouncer, which has actually been a staple of the entire series, even into A Crack in Time, actually. There is a bouncer mod. And meanwhile, did you notice how that laser was underground?
Yeah, another weird glitch. And even with the PlayStation 3 version of this game, there was a lot of weird, like, texture. Not even, like during the cutscenes even, some of the textures were really strange. Like characters speaking and clipping, their mouths clipping through their teeth, and very odd things like that.
Yeah, I probably should have warned you about that. The Deadlocked port is actually very infamous, because it was also made by Idle Minds, who did the other ones. That one didn't receive very good treatment at all. In reality, it was that's why, again, I didn't want to do any of the HD versions. One, because even in 480p, it still looks the same as it actually.
Yeah, no, I mean, surprisingly, it holds up really well.
Yeah, that's how cartoony games really are. That's why Mario games, for the most part, hold up. I wouldn't say Mario 64, mind you, because that game is aged graphically badly.
Yeah, but something like Wind Waker will look fantastic even years from now.
Wind Waker didn't need an HD remake. It looked fine as it was. Majora's Mask needed a Wii U update, and I'm grateful that I'm finally getting Majora's Mask 3D, but god damn it.
I mean, the upgrade from Ocarina of Time to Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, it was very, very, at least I really, really liked it, and I was really impressed with what they did.
Well, that's, really, I don't know, there's not many N64 games that have aged graphically well that still hold up. I mean, the same thing is said for PlayStation 1 as well. There's not many that have actually really aged that well. I'd say like the Crash Bandicoot games.
I was about to say the same exact thing. Crash Bandicoot games look decent as they are still.
Like Crash Bandicoot has aged, I think, perfectly, and I think I don't think the first Spyro the Dragon as much. I think the later ones. I think 2 and 3.
Yeah, because I actually recently, I didn't record it or anything, but I went back and just booted up Spyro 1, and you can notice it. You notice it.
You can notice it in the controls as well.
Yes, the controls. Not fun to play.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing Spyro 1 yet again for Scarlet Equinox, because I ended up deciding with Link's Paradox, I'm like, okay, we're going to do the Spyro the Dragon series. Which ones do you want to do? And you just decided I'm going to be doing the first game, and then 4 and 5, to my chagrin. So Link's Paradox is going to be doing the fun ones of 2 and 3.
See, I don't think I've played any of the other Spyro games except for the first 3. I haven't played any of the more modern titles.
I will admit, I am interested in the Legend of Spyro series, and what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to do a blind playthrough with for Scarlet Equinox for that, in all honesty. I'm interested in that. I can say I have played Spyro for Enter the Dragonfly, and I can say that killed Spyro the Dragon for me for the longest time. That game is bad. And this was something when my subscribers told me, they said, try A Hero's Tale. It's a lot better, and I think you would like it more. I haven't gotten too far, and I do have to admit it is a lot better.
Now, that was a PS2 title?
PS2, GameCube, and I don't think it was released on the Xbox. It might have been. But there we go. With that, we have completed Planet Orxon.